my mending bag is getting kind of full, so I thought I'd inspire myself to get some of this done by making a video about it. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, so these are all really small jobs requiring just like a stitch here and a stitch there. These 3 tops, this purple one, this red one, and this other purple one, are all merino wool, and they probably have this. They all have the same problem. So there will be a snag in it somewhere that needs reinforcing. But I'll show you here on this one. I've tried out a bunch of different techniques for fixing those snags. As you can see, there are little patches and embroidery chunks all over the whole thing. But my favorite method is this one. So I've taken another piece of merino wool off something else and stitched it with silk thread. And that's probably what I'll do for all 3 of these. Maybe we'll make them all one video. This sweater is just getting thin in the underarms, so it's going to come through really soon. I have mended it before, the elbows, with an old felted vest. This though, I think I'm probably just going to reinforce with some yarn, more like a sock darn, but we'll see. This is a sweater that I inherited from my aunt that I really don't like the buttons on. So probably just replace those with something that I actually like for my stash. Socks! These are amazing. My mom made them for me with yarn she got from Alaska because I was going on a sailing trip in Alaska, and I've had them for years. I have done a little bit of work on them previously to sort of reinforce the heel, but it's starting to come through again, so it'll need a little bit more. And both socks are the same. This one, I did a weave darn on the front. There's a little more work to do in the heel, but really I think it's okay. The major problem is this. So that just requires a couple stitches, and there are a few, it's a knit sock, so there's a few stitches that have been dropped and are now running, so I'll have to pick those up. This little pile of t-shirts, here's a tank top. The straps were just too long on this one, but I really like it. Isn't it cute? So I think I'll probably put like a ribbon or a piece of pretty fabric or something in a tube around this join so that you can't see it. But I haven't found anything I love yet to match with it, so we'll see what we come up with. Got 2 of your basic black t-shirts here, and they both have the same issue. There's a hole in the armpit. Pair of capris for hiking or whatnot. These have lost their drawstring, so I'm just going to have to weave a new one into there. Again, small jobs. An even smaller job. This pair of Lululemons is starting to fray along the seam, so I just need to get some scissors involved and kind of clip some of that off so it doesn't catch on things. These are a bit of a bigger project that I'm not 100% sure is going to work, which is kind of fun. They were a pair of rain pants that I absolutely loved. I wore them in the garden, I wore them hiking, they worked so well. But I've had them for almost 10 years and they're really at the end of their waterproofness. Even though I've tried waterproofing them. Again, it's just, they're done. I also may have sat in some tree sap at some point. So they're finished. I took the lining out of them and used it to make some stuff sacks with for trips and whatnot. But I also had these like wool dress pants, which who wears wool dress pants? So I stitched it onto the inside of them like a new lining, a warmer lining. And I'm gonna see if they work as snow pants because it's warm, it's slightly waterproof. You don't need it that waterproof for snow, but I do still have some more stitching to do on the inside, as well as this needs hemming. We'll see how they turn out. Last couple things here. I've got a swimsuit that fits beautifully, except the straps are too long. shorten those. And my absolute favorite pair of summer shorts that are starting to lose thread. There's a hole at the bottom. So that's sad. Not quite sure how I'm going to fix that yet. I might end up just putting like a pretty little fold over flower patch or something there. So it looks like, we'll see. Stay tuned for individual videos on all of those different jobs.